through earth, wind, and fire. It is here you will find the answers which you desire. Lord, now we are waiting in shadow for your truth to be seen within thy letter, despite what many have thought to seek. The truth will always reach. Long now for revival, the lost magic has made its arrival.
Hello guys, and welcome to our Friday night show. This is the Lost Magics with myself, Willow. Tonight I am going to be joined by my lovely guests Chad and Linda from the Smith Family Paranormal Investigation.
Hello.
I would like to do a big shout out to our sponsors and also to Parapost, which is also going to be putting us out over the networks, and also obviously our podcast and all of our other platforms as well, and obviously to the boys of Bald and Bonkers as well. So big shout outs to all of you and to all of our lovelies in the room. Hello and welcome. So tonight, guys, there's going to be a few questions that I put towards Chad and Linda about them and their interests and things that they're into. Then we're going to be going into looking at some of their merches and their shop items, including crystals. I can show you a few bits of my witchy stuff as well that you can just see, like some really cool bits. We're going to make it a really fun night tonight. Then I've got an amazing video that Dakota made for Linda and her daughter on behalf of the Smith family, and it's showing some amazing pictures and some of the things that were caught in them. So that's going to be really interesting. Then we will be joined by Dakota and some others, possibly, where we will be discussing something that is really important to talk about, guys. And I think that we all, as a community, need to be coming together and as a world as well. So we will be covering that as well. Hello, lovely Linda.
Hi.
Hello. So obviously, if any of you've got any questions or anything you want to ask, guys, just do it in the room and it can be put up onto the panel or read it out through the chat, because I'm normally looking at it anyway. So the first thing I would like is for you, Chad and Linda, to just talk to the guys a little bit about who you are, what you do. So talk a bit about your channel, about your shop and your merch shop, and just let guys have a little general idea about who you are for anyone that's new.
Well, anybody that's new, I'm Chad.
I'm Linda.
Obviously our last names are Smith, and we've been doing a little bit of paranormal investigation through last year and or prior to last year, and then we decided that let's try this YouTube thing out. And we decided, and we're sitting there throwing names back and forth on what we should call ourselves. And I was at work and I just went SFPI. I mean, we already have W or PWI. So I was like, well, we'll just bounce off of that. So I sent her over SFPI and she was like, what is that supposed to be? And I'm like, Smith Family Paranormal Investigations. And she was like, oh, I like that. Mm-hmm. So then a friend of mine, a friend of mine that I work with, his brother does graphic designs, and he's the one that actually designed the logo that we've been utilizing for everything. I mean, he designed it, I paid for it. It's now our intellectual properties and stuff like that. So that's where we got into that. And then obviously through YouTube and Facebook, we met up with Willow. That direction. And through other means, basically, our daughter's boyfriend's father kind of helped us with some YouTube stuff, and they just went over 1K this past week, which is
congratulations, guys.
Congratulations to them. We know they've been working hard on that and finally get it. That's
Very, very,
very
good.
good.
Yeah.
So then Sherry started up the company that we are part of, and we sat there and became very interested in it, and
Absolutely will love it.
love it, and we enjoy doing it.
It's an amazing company, but there's not a lot really happening there at the moment because of the way everything's been. So we're kind of just like going at slow pace, but we are building it, guys. We are trying to build it. We are still looking for people to come over and be part of an investigation and research place,
Right.
and where you can be yourselves.
And then through the company and everything, we decided we were going to start doing a little bit of merchandising. So that started a little slow last year when we got in the heat press, which is right behind Linda's shoulder there.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Pankaj? How you doing? So with the heat press, I mean, it was basically iron on and stuff like that.
Hello, Panja.
The shirts were nice, but we thought we could do better.
We knew it.
We knew we could do better. So we just kind of put that on the back burner. So anybody that is waiting on a PWI shirt, that's why. Because we kind of put it on, me, Linda, and Sherry talked, and we kind of put that on the back burner of they just, it was, it needed
They
work.
are coming at some point, but at the minute, the most important thing to do is try to get Chad and Linda's shop out there so that they can start trying to do what they want to be doing as well. So there will be merches to do with our company and stuff coming out in the future. It's just at the minute we're just trying to get Chad and Linda's business to start going well, and it is starting to do really well.
Yeah, it went really well.
Yeah, I was surprised, but we're doing good. It blooms.
Yeah, with any company, they have ebbs and flows on how things work, and I think, with Linda being out of work, this is kind of helping out.
Yeah,
we took an investment money that we reinvested it in ourselves. So rather not have the bank holding on to it, we kind of reinvested in ourselves. Got a bunch of stuff, new computer to help out, new.
But it's good that you've got that inspiration to do that. There should be more people like that. Like if they've got a bit of money, they should maybe put it into something that they're really good at, and maybe they would be able to make something out of that. That's what inspires me about you guys, is that you've got up and got on with things and doing what you want to do, like I do with my company and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, running your own business is stressful. You have so many hours that you have to put into it, but when something really good happens in it, it's really worth the time and the work. It is.
I'm at work today. But right before her live and everything, we were sitting there. I was on 3 different phone calls with the bank, with the authorization people for our website, and and then finally I was able to pop in on you guys' stream and able to sit there and interject some stuff. But with her being out of work since October, this kind of
help plug that.
And the reinvestment money kind of helped out a lot to be able to sit there and let her do something that she's been enjoying doing, which is making coasters and stuff that we sell. We'll get into that in a little bit. Earrings and
all types of things.
All types. She's been going crazy the past week with all kinds of stuff. We've done the shirt that's behind us,
the bag behind you,
the banner, the bag.
We've got some beautiful stuff though, guys. Some beautiful stuff, and it's most definitely worth the money that they're asking for. And it's all handmade. It's all done by them. It's not
If you haven't been in my lives before, I do it every Tuesday and Friday. I make the merchandise right in front of you. Like, well, I just got done a show today, and I still have everything set up from what I did.
Yeah.
Mainly to finish off, if somebody orders something, then you can sit there, because we tried it.
And we are going to show their stuff on the show today. So while they're live and while they're online, you can still make orders to their website. So even if you are interested, I am putting the website and stuff in the room. It is in there, this www.smithfamilyparanormal.com. Just go over to there and you can shop away till midnight. You can get discount if you spend over $50, guys. So make the most of that shipping as well. So
yep, it is definitely worth it. All of the merchandise is made, handmade here in the house. I mean, I do long hours, and when he gets home, he helps, plugs in, and if I need help with something, and he just finishes it, or too many orders. I mean, it all helps.
Speaking of which, one of our sweatshirts that we made went to Sam, who is a part of PWI, but is also a member of Smith Family Paranormal.
I'm very, very happy to have him on board.
Because
he's a good guy.
He is.
So, welcome in, Sam. Welcome in, Thinking.
Hello, Sam and Thinking. I actually can't see you guys in the room for some reason. I don't know why.
Scroll down.
I am not actually. I am scrolled down. I can't see them at all.
Huh.
I don't know.
It might just be delayed my end or something, so I might have to wait.
Yeah, it's delayed over here too. It's delayed on ours too.
Yeah, I've not seen that yet. But hello to everybody in the room. I'm not ignoring you if you say hello to me in the room. I am just concentrating on the interview and that. We will talk to you like towards the end, and when you're asking questions and that, guys, don't think we're ignoring you.
Nope.
So back on to us. We decided that we were going to try doing paranormal stuff, and we go out and we've done like 100 and some videos now, which is pretty great for over the year. I mean,
oh yeah,
you figure 52 weeks in a year, if you can get out one a week, I mean that's only 52, and we've gotten over 100 in a year, so we think we're doing pretty good on that part.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're most definitely dedicated to what you do. Definitely dedicated. They're really, really awesome at what they do as well. Their paranormal investigations, how they work, how they present themselves. They're very, very professional. I'm not going to take all the credit for how they act, because they were like that when they come over to the company. It's just they've become more knowledgeable about the bits they weren't so understanding of. A lot of it they knew, but there was bits like pointed direction in, and they are just very, very professional, and they are the sort of investigators that I like to see in the field.
Mm-hmm.
So,
thank you.
And they're part of my team. They're my team. and the Bald and Bonkers Network. We can't forget the boys as well. They are part of them.
No, don't forget the boys.
Definitely
when we first came to PWI, we knew some of the spiritual, but that's where we needed to fill in. The paranormal, I just grew up with. Chad's had his experiences, I've had mine. But as far as the spiritual world and knowing what to do, it was just, that was something we needed to learn. And Sherry has taught us a lot.
Yeah, well, I've got some questions on that sort of stuff, so we could go into that in more detail on what we did to get where we were. Because I'm not being funny. They've learned a lot from me, but I've learned a lot from them as well. Believe it or not, I have, right? Because some of their ways and how they work and that really inspires me and makes me want to be better. I'm not saying that I don't think I'm very good. I do, but it is good to watch somebody and take pride in them and think, that is the sort of investigators that I would want to work with. And I do have the pleasure of doing that to an extent, but I would like to actually be able to physically actually go and see them and have the investigations. I think we'd have some pretty awesome shows.
We would have fun. Yeah.
With Samuel there as well. That would just be
Me and Sam will probably be running out the doors because of these two.
That's okay. More fun for us, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, no,
Girls
talk
night
to
in,
them.
and then boys can go out, girls stay in.
Yep.
What? I mean, we went on an investigation where that literally happened. We went to the B&O Railroad Museum, and there's a young sit dash. Sam going sit dash. We went to the B&O Railroad Museum, and there was a young lady in there that did not particularly want to have me in the room.
Oh yeah, she wasn't fond.
It was the first time Linda sat there and was playing around with dowsing rods, and a girl, she was a female friend that I went to school with, was there, and they were having fun with the dowsing rods, and Linda was getting them to cross and uncross, and every time I would get near the door, they just went like totally different direction. She wasn't having it, so I can understand not being in the same room with a spirit that does not want a man in the area. So.
Yeah, and that was my very first time using ever a dowsing rod, because I didn't own a pair at that time. That came from the B&O, and then from there, that's when I was like, well, now I got to get my own. That's kind of interesting. That's something I want to learn. So.
Dowsing rods are really, really good to use, and I find that they are one of the tools that the spirits really, really enjoy to use, and they find it quite easy to use them, which I can understand as well, with it being metal as well. It's a conductor for them, as well as, like water and smoke and other things like that, so
to them it's like another instrument that they get to play.
It is, yeah. And it's another energy source as well, because if you think about it, when we're communicating through those dowsing rods with them, we're giving our energy over to them as well as them giving it to us to do what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yep. So that's why you get the cramps every so often. Yep.
Yeah. And I do the same thing, but I don't have anyone here to take mine out of my hand and go, Sherry, so they get the aura has to step in with me and no, enough's enough.
Yeah, when
I've got so used to doing it now, it's come as second nature to me, so I kind of get used to and know when enough's enough now. So stop now.
When she starts getting the white knuckle finger lock, then it's like I'm getting ready to come over.
Or the shake, because I'm trying to hold still. So
has anybody else not seeing the chat? Because I think the chat
I'm not seeing anybody that's talking. I'm only seeing two people watching, which is really, really unusual.
Right. It's two people watching, and it stopped.
Now there's only one.
Which is probably me on the screen here, but at the same, I'm watching the chat pop up, but it's not popping up on
YouTube.
The YouTube.
I'm on the YouTube channel, and all I can see is Packager and Bald and Bonkers, Chris. I can't see Sam. I can't see Thinking. I can't see anybody else.
No, the last thing I see in the chat was you're putting our.
Yeah, the last thing I put in the chat that I
see 3 people
was your link. Was your link to your website, and now Pagja has just wrote in the room saying, "Hey Sherry, I'm still here." Yeah, I know you are, sweet. We're just trying to establish what's going on with the chat.
Yeah, I think it says I've been here from the beginning, my friend.
Okay, darling. Well, we know you're there, but we cannot see, so we're not ignoring you or anything, sweetheart. I don't know if anything's been sorted or not, but we're not seeing anybody's comments or anything, guys.
Right.
I don't know what's happened there. Well, right, so what I'll do is, while they're trying to do, we'll sort out behind the scenes or whatever might be going on with the chat, we'll go on to asking a few questions for you guys, then we'll get out to looking at some of your stuff from your shop and your merches, if that's cool.
That's cool.
That's awesome. So, anybody wants to ask any questions, please write in the room when we can see you. If we can't see you, we will answer anything back underneath the video or something. I'll get the guys to come back and have a look at what you say, and we'll answer to you. Okay?
For the producers in the back, for whatever questions may come up, throw it up on the screen. So
he might be able to flick them up. So, So, my first question to you is, right, I know this is a really silly question, but I ask this for everyone because I like people to try and understand about different things. So, I know that you have abilities, but when did they become known to you physically? That's to both of you.
You want to go first this time?
No, you can go first this time. I talk all the time.
So when I recognized I had abilities, I was 12, 13. I was young. And it was at my grandmother's house. And we're getting ready for lunch. So she set up an extra plate, and I thought somebody was coming over. So I asked her, are we having a guest? Thought my cousin or somebody. No, it's just my grandfather. He goes, it's Pop. He's hungry. I was like, what? Pop's gone. What? And she pulled out the chair, and she said, he's right there. He's standing in the hallway. I was like, what are you talking about? So that was when I very, very first time seen my grandfather after he passed away. Now, it's been years after he passed, but it was kind of one of those surreal moments where, wow, I never thought I'd see you again type thing. It was just a surreal moment. And then he did. He went and he sat down. I mean,
would you say that your abilities opened more once you'd seen him?
Yes, I was scared at first. Obviously, I was young. It's gonna scare a young one. But after my grandmother set me down, explained to me what was going on, and I have the same ability she does. She says I have long conversations with him at night before I go to bed. I was like, you do what? And she's like, yeah, we'll talk and reminisce on the past and stuff like that, and then I'll go to bed and that's it. I'll just roam the halls and be like my guard. I was like, all right, cool. So that's when she just told me that if I were to see anybody that has passed away, do not freak out, because the more you freak out, the more they get stressed out. And then they're already confused because some of them don't even know what's going on if it's a recent death. And I was like,
and they do get very stressed out. And some of them can not understand what's fully happened to them as well, which is another thing that's really difficult for them. And I know that it can be really surreal when you've got these sort of abilities, especially when you first discover you've got them. It can be quite mind-boggling, and it's really fascinating to say about how she used to put a plate and stuff out, because I do that all the time. I believe really strongly in still showing your love and respect to your loved ones and out and giving them their favourite foods and whatever. You'll see it on my shows sometimes at Christmas. You'll see me make a massive Christmas dinner for them. Because I believe that that's what you should do. Like, go take them offerings, do things to show that you respect them. They're around all the time.
And my grandmother always told me, just because they are not in physical form does not mean they're not here in spiritual form. And a lot of them look after you, regardless you know it or not. They love you no matter what, if they're alive or if they're in spirit. It does not matter the form.
They're still that person that you had when they were physical. They're still that person. They're just in spirit form. They still like the same things. They still act the same way. They still love you the same way. That doesn't change. So I think things like that are really important. And I think that brings a relationship to the other side really close when you're like that. So putting that question over to Chad as well, when did you start realizing that you was empathic, and how did it affect you?
As far as when I knew, I'm still learning. But it was, I could always, anytime we ever went to like a battlefield or anything, or even young, I could sense that, like, if they got shot in the shoulder, my shoulder would hurt for the next couple days or whatever. And I mean, we went somewhere, and literally she could tell you that a couple of weeks ago, my neck and back was hurt, and it was just the fact that we had just went somewhere, and I was feeling. I mean,
Mhm.
literally, I would sit there and I'd be hunched over, and I couldn't couldn't get situated. And but so as far as that, I mean, that's how I kind of know. It's just
Yeah, and I'm
I
not being
definitely
funny.
try to avoid a lot of.
Seeing them and stuff is a pretty cool thing, but I think being empathic and being able to pick up on the energy and that is a lot more of an impact because you feel a lot more. It's a bit different to when you're just standing there and you're seeing them and they're walking past you and stuff, but when you can physically feel what they feel, that can
Mhm.
be so powerful sometimes. I have the same situation, the only difference is I can see them as well. So
Mhm.
it's like, God, they're coming towards me, I can see you, then it's like that because they've hit
Yeah.
me. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying there, Chad, and it can be really difficult, can't it?
It can be, especially since I have to go back to work, and it's like it's killing me. Could you like leave me alone for a little bit?
Yeah.
But they realize that I'm feeling their pain, and she can talk to them. So
Yeah, we
we
went.
it helps when we go on investigations to be like, I can see you. You look like you're hurt, and I'm like, ask them if they got hit in the head.
Yeah, and that's what I like about you two is that you can't, that's why you go so well together because one of you can see and hear to an extent, and the other one can feel. So you kind of validate what the other one's feeling or
Mhm.
seeing. You know what I mean? When you say it,
Yeah.
it's really fascinating to watch you guys, and that's why I love these guys. Really cool. Right, so my question two is what would you say was your most memorable investigation that you have done? What's been your most memorable one
If she doesn't
and
say
why?
if she doesn't say Winterborn, I'm gonna.
I mean, Winterborn was a good one. Yeah, I enjoyed that because I guess that would be our top, one of our tops. Because when we went to Winterborn, we were using our SLS camera at the time. We just got it. And Chad was sitting on the floor and we were just recording and starting to get used to it. But these a group of kids came in and they went upstairs and then they came back down and they were curious and very interested in what we were doing. So with that, Chad explains to them what it is and then shows them the actual screen of what it looks like. And you actually got to see a little child, a little girl in the screen. Just, she was standing there, she was sitting there, she was playing, And at that time, we did have Sherry up on screen with us. It was
Yeah, I was.
a very interesting thing. And then one of the boys that was interested in what we were doing went and sat next to the little girl and put his hand out. And for the very first time, he got to experience what it felt like, the static feeling of a spirit touching. And he was like floored. He was on cloud nine that night.
She was doing
Uh,
some rather strange things as well. Like at first, when we was asking her to give him her hand, say like she was giving him her foot.
it was a
Like,
foot, yeah. She wasn't.
it was so nuts. It was, but there was a lot of activity, and there was a few of the youngsters there, these boys and a couple of girls, and they all were really, really interested in what Chad and Linda were doing because just before Chad and Linda come to that place, they were going around looking there. They were going to pick up a book and take it with them. Okay. And Chad and Linda stood there and explained to them why it would be a bad idea and how it can be connected to the house and you can take an energy with you. And we all sat there and spoke to them and they become involved in the investigation. And it was such an amazing experience to see, especially for people that were into it, but into it for the wrong reasons and it
Yeah.
turned them round.
I
Sort
mean, to explain what Winterborn is, Winterborn Mansion was a house owned by a very prominent lawyer and a doctor um, from the DC Washington DC area, and they went out to Montgomery County and found this very nice house. Obviously not very nice now because it's very dilapidated.
Mhm.
But
Well,
it is being rebuilt. As
somebody bought it.
Somebody finally bought it, and it's being rebuilt. But the house was so run down that, I mean, people were just able to come in there and just trash the place. I mean, and every time we go somewhere, we sit there and we look at it and we take pictures of what was there, so that way if somebody was like, well, you came and vandalized, no.
No, because you got the evidence there that
Let's
it was
go.
like
Brandon was already there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of them.
And we know better than to disrespect a historical place or any place, because when you're disrespecting history, you're disrespecting the spirits that are there, and that's most of the time that's the only home that they have ever known.
And
exactly. You respect it. It doesn't matter what it looks like. That to them, that's their home, and it doesn't look the way that we see it. So there's no reason for you to disturb it and be disrespectful. You know, you wouldn't expect someone to come in your house and treat you with disrespect or treat your belongings with disrespect. So you don't do the same to them.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I agree, and that's why these guys are really good at what they do. They listen and they take notice and they understand and they've got respect, and that goes a long way in investigating. It really does.
Yeah.
Number 3, what would you say is your most favourite equipment that you use in your investigations? What's your favourite bits?
Besides us?
Besides our own selves?
Let me see. Yours used to be the SLS.
It still is.
And why is the SLS your favourite? What is it about the SLS that makes it one of your favourites?
I mean, I like the IR cameras that we got now, but the SLS was and still is. I mean, it's my toy. It's my toy, not hers, not anybody else's. It's my toy.
Yeah, I don't know how to set it up, even if I wanted to.
But it's one of them. You can kind of manipulate. I mean, it's not manipulating anything other than what it sees in front of you. It sees in front of it. It stands for structured light. Oh crap! I forgot.
An EMF.
It's essentially an EMF. It's an IR camera. It's a structured light sensor. Sorry.
Yeah.
My brain starts going into Jeopardy mode.
Yeah.
But it does all those little things, and I mean, you can get them on your phone and stuff like that. But your phone isn't set up kind of like the Xbox that connects that it utilizes. And what it does is it sends out a sensor array in 270 degrees, well, almost like 180, 270 degrees outwards, and it picks up. So while we were in window boring, I was sitting on the floor looking out, and then next thing you know, up pops this little figure, and then up popped another figure. And it was like, okay, well we got 3. No, wait a minute, now we got 5 here.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the one little girl that was running back and forth that girls could see.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be quite skeptical of the SLS camera till I actually started watching it with Chad and Linda and what they did, and then it becomes something that I quite like. I don't know if I would quite go out and buy one because I'm not really that sort of investigator, but I do not feel that I'm against them anymore as much as I used to be. I do actually think that some of them are legit if you know how to use them properly.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. They are really good tools to have. And what's your favourite, Linda?
Mine is, I'm gonna have to say the REM pod. The very latest. It's just you sit it in the room, and if you walk out, it will validate that something is actually touching it. You have to literally physically touch it in order for it to go off. And it's got 5 different sensors on there. So normally we put it up on 5. And
nice.
yeah, so, and then if they touch it, everything will light up. It'll make a noise, and it's pretty much letting us know that there's activity in that spot. We don't have to be in there, but it lets us know that there is something in there.
And you definitely know when they go off, because it's not something that you just walk past and it sets off. You do have to physically touch it.
Yeah.
No, I
for
mean
it
we
to
do
actually
have
sound off and do
motion
whatever.
sensors.
They were the very first things that I got. They were Halloween motion sensors. If you were to walk past it, it would sound, and we would be able to record our own sounds. They were really cheap. I mean, we even play with the cat toys. And the only reason
yeah.
why we use these equipment is for the scientific purpose.
But
On
don't get me wrong, all of those devices and tools are really good to use, but
Yeah.
you know, it's a little bit more of an evidence when it comes to REM pods and things like that, because you know that that's not going to be doing that for no
Yeah.
reason. There's
Right.
a reason why it's sounding off
yeah.
and doing what it's doing. You know what I mean?
So we have a little gadgets and we have a lot of little toys, but we don't always use them everywhere we go. If we're
Yeah.
doing like a huge house or a huge building or, you know, something, maybe we'll bring a little trinket here, a little, you know, stuff there, whatever we feel is suitable for that investigation. Or we'll just
Yeah.
bring our cameras and ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, if we know
And
we're
we
gonna,
are the best tools.
Yeah.
if we know we're going to be in a larger area, like we went to the Avalon house, we're going to put out the sensors because we're going to be over here in this part of the building or upstairs, and we hear it go off in this part of the
Yeah.
building with the camera facing towards it. We can sit there and go, all right, so we know the sensor went off at about this time, because we'll sit there and we have our little journal. We'll sit there and we're like, oh, we heard the noise go off at 1838. Okay, so we have to sit there and go back and go, all right, at 1830, okay, it went off. What made it go off?
Yeah.
Where I'll be able to sit there and see that it went off. She'll be able to see that somebody walked past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Sherry will be able to, because normally if we're not doing it live while we're investigating, and we have you or Sam or somebody up to validate while we're on the live,
Yeah.
then it'll be like, all right, Sherry, you want to come up with us and take a look at these pictures or take a look at this? That's how we found it freaked
Tiffany.
Well, not even getting to Tiffany's yet. It freaked all three of us out when we saw that apparition go in front of the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was
It
so
was
cool.
so quick at the time as well. It was like a quick split thing, and I just remember Chad was going like that and looking, and Linda was just sitting there like looking around and looking at the thing, and I was like, "What was that?" That's just gone past a minute. Did you see that? And then Chad was like, "Yeah, what was that?" And then he rewound it back, and it was a full body apparition.
But the weirdest part is we had the grid going and it was panning that entire room. It did not disturb the grid at all.
No, it didn't.
And you can tell it didn't, because it went right through it. It wasn't
a Class A cat. That was a Class A cat. You could not disguise it for being anything else but a spirit. You could see that blatantly through that. That was just crazy. That was one of my most favourite catches I've seen. Was that? Even though it was creepy at the time, because we must have rewound that God knows how many times.
Over 30.
I could not believe it.
I was close to 50, because it was like back 10 more seconds. All right, go back until we go to where the point where we can sit there and look at within that 1 minute of.
See, for us, we physically see these things or feel them and stuff, so we kind of know that they're around. You know what I mean? But you guys don't all see it. So when you get a validation like that and you get a catch like that, it is such an amazing thing. Not just because we're validating what we're seeing, but we're validating to you guys what is really out there, sort of.
Yeah.
And that was the most amazing catch I've ever seen. And I've had some good catches myself, but that was a Class A. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Next question, please.
Question number 4. What would be your dream place to investigate? What would be the place of all places that you would love to go and investigate? And why?
Well, we did some at Gettysburg, so I can't put that. I guess it would have to be either Penshurst. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just here for the ride.
Stop that. I'm trying to think. There was another one, and I can't remember the name of it.
The Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum.
Yep, there
So
you go.
would like to go to some of the prisons and stuff then?
It's the we both would like to go to the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum.
Oh, yes.
If we get a chance, there is a this is funny because this is up toward Hagerstown. It is a motel with a jail in the basement. Now, back in the day, they used to let the guards sleep in the room upstairs and put the prisoners in the jail cells in the basement. And that was their transport. So I would absolutely love to go there.
Yeah, and I could imagine that a place like that would be pretty active, to be quite honest, with all the things that have happened there and the history, and that would be a really interesting place.
Yeah.
I mean, it was interesting with the whole jail cell thing when we went to the Heritage Society of Essex Middle River.
That was interesting.
That was interesting. I mean,
that was.
Yeah.
There was a lot of activity, and there was definitely several times that we see somebody walk past. There was banging. There was these different noises going on.
Voices.
There was definitely stuff going on there. Definitely.
So it went very well.
That was a really good investigation. Most of their investigations are really good, but just some of them really stand out because of the things that happen and where they are. It is amazing. Question number 5. What are your views, guys, on protection and investigating and stuff? Do you believe that protection and, having some sort of protection mode and belief is important when you're investigating?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, every time we go out, I have my necklaces. It's normally in a cage, something similar to this. You probably can't see it, but it's upstairs at the moment. But I would wear that, and what I would do, since Chad normally drives to an investigation wherever, I would take my nap and, listen to my music and, do my little meditation and just prepare myself. But I would always wear my crystals. Sam made us some protection potions to go with us, one for Chad, one for me. So we highly believe that if you're going to go investigate, you need to have some type of protection, regardless what it is. Because you never, ever, ever know what's going to happen.
Trust you to put that in the room, boys, isn't it? We're not talking about that sort of protection.
To bringing home the pitter-patter of little feet.
Oh, please, boys.
No. We're talking about protection in the way of investigations and how to not allow spirits to come back. And I personally feel that that's really important as well. And especially when you've got spiritual abilities and stuff, even more so as well, because you're very prone to and open to things coming to you and things happening.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. Well, you're not wrong. Yes, you do need to have contraception to stop little pitter-patter of feet, but we're not talking about pitter-patter feet in that way.
No.
I have 4 naturally born children.
I have 2, and I think I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I have 2 girls that I pushed out myself, so I'm good. But we have a lot more than that.
I have 2, but physically more as well. But yeah. So, do you think it's important as well, Chad, to have light protection in that? Do you find it
Um,
important? What do you use when you're
I have
out?
my cross and my aquamarine crystal that I have from our lovely little crystal shop.
Yeah, no, your crystal shops are really, really cool. You get some beautiful stuff, which you're going to get to see bits of soon, guys. Literally, I only done 7 questions. We're nearly finished on the questions, okay? So, number
Only 7?
6. What are your views on UFOs and ETs? ETs are extraterrestrials, if you don't know what that is. These guys do, but what's your views on that side of the strange and the unknown?
Out of the rise here. No.
So silly. I do believe in them. I do know that they are there. I've never had an experience. Well, I can't say that because we went to Ocean City and we did one of the history walks. What?
Yeah.
Ghost walks?
Yeah, we'll never do that again.
No. But we were at the end at the little Indian totem or whatever, and over the water, I swore I saw lights that went around a saucer looking thing, but it happened so quick. By the time I got my camera or my camcorder out, it was done. It was over.
That's really interesting. So
completely went
so
out.
you do believe they're out there then?
Oh,
And
cool.
what do you think to like the amount of like sightings and stuff that are coming forward? Do you think that they're planning something big? Do you think that they're planning to
looking
do
for the
something to
secret
be
invasion.
known more?
They do a lot of poking and prying. I do believe that they have a lot of knowledge and history and background. I really don't know if they're planning, but I do know that they are very knowledgeable in what they're researching and doing. So,
What's your opinion, Chad? You've been in the army and stuff like that. Has there ever been anything strange that you've come across or any weird stories you've heard?
You just upset a Marine.
Marine, sorry, darling. Yeah, a Marine, not the army, a Marine.
Calm down.
A Marine, Chad. You was in the Marines. I am so sorry.
Are you better now?
I apologize. I salute you. So in the Marines, had you heard any weird stories or anything that is ET related?
I did actually, and we've discussed this quite a few times at East Jarhead.
Ain't that right?
No probing here. Oh dear. I had to come out somewhere, didn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it did. It's better out than in.
Definitely.
Kids.
Traveling, we had gotten a 72 leave pass, which is basically a 3-day leave pass. And we broke formation. I got my rental car and was coming up to Maryland to see family and friends and stuff like that. And in the tree line as I'm driving, there was lights. And I'm like, what is this dude doing? I mean, it's like, why are you driving in the tree line? So I pull over thinking it was going to like go past, and it was going to come out and go past me. Well, it didn't. It just kind of stopped and was floating there. I'm like, okay. So I just keep going, and then it's still in the tree line. And I'm like, what in the hell kind of weird farmer crap is it? I mean, do you drive in the tree line all the time down here in North Carolina?
Yeah, no, it's strange to be seeing that sort of light in the trees that normally can be signs of them.
Right. So, but I wasn't trying to like figure out if it was going to probe me or not. So I wasn't like trying to wait to see what shape it was or anything. I mean, I could see that the lights. I mean, obviously it was on like a semicircle that I could see.
Yeah.
What was freaking me out was floating.
You knew that they looked odd and strange. They weren't normal. And
right. And the fact that it was in the tree line is like,
Yeah, that as well. Yeah, definitely.
Why
And
are
I
you-
would understand that if you're somebody that's never really experienced it and suddenly you see something like that, it is really weird. I remember my first ever experience. If you was to be asked to be in any investigations to do with UFOs and extraterrestrials or cases and that, would you work in them?
Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely. Yep,
That's awesome.
I think that would be interesting.
Yeah, see, I work a lot in the alien stuff, and I can do weird things to do with them, as
Hmm.
you've seen. So yeah, it is a really good thing to be involved in, and we've got other people that are coming over to us that are having experiences that we've been helping and trying to help them understand as well. So yeah, I'm glad that these guys are like the extraterrestrial, and as they said, they would work in that sort of work if they had to.
Right.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot
Thank
in the
you,
company.
Phoenix. Thank you, Phoenix, and Semper Fi.
Yes, definitely. I've got respect for anybody that works in any sort of services. You know, they work really hard. I have
And
a lot of
you
respect
do
for them.
realize what USMC stands for, right?
Pardon?
It's Uncle Sam's Misguided Children.
Mm.
Do you
US.
think that there are enough hybrids out there, Sherry? I'm sure there's plenty, but I'm sure there could be more. And who knows? Maybe these could be another link. Maybe.
Who knows?
Right, so the last question, which is I think is a really important thing, because obviously as you guys being YouTubers and doing all your other stuff on this channel, what advice would you give to anybody that's starting out on a channel, particularly in the strange and the unknown, or if they're wanting to go into some sort of business thing like you guys have done? What would you give them as advice to start off?
As far as YouTube, you're going to we've hit 160 over the year. It's not a get rich quick type thing. It is you have to find a niche, whatever you want to call it, and whether it be paranormal. Obviously, that's kind of our niche that we chose because it's kind of what
Yeah.
we kind of are into. If you're into Fortnite and you're playing Fortnite, then
Or baking or sewing or
right,
cooking,
you find your niche and stick with it. As far as the business thing, obviously, eventually you're going to want to sit there and make a little money off of yourself. So that's kind of where we decided it was like, all right, we got the cricket, we got this, we can make stuff, we can try to sell stuff, we can advertise stuff and stuff like that. And I mean, we already had the Wix account, so that way we could set up a website. We were running shares, and then it just kind of went off the deep end.
I don't know what happened.
We don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
no, something just went really wrong with that, and I don't know why. So that's why it's moved over to the Facebook.
Right. And then with that, it was like, all right, well, we can start selling stuff. All right. And again, that's where the business part came in. She's been out of work since October because of the accident. And
I
then,
have not been happy with it. I love doing my job, but I love doing my business and being able to stay home and take care of the kids, make sure there's a meal, house is, the whole wife and mother duty. So I feel like I'm kind of blessed in some way,
Yeah.
but I do miss my clients like terribly. I talk about them to my kids, and I'm pretty sure that they're getting sick of hearing it on how much I miss them. And I wish I knew what was going on with them, but because of our contract of work, it is a confidential thing if another healthcare worker steps in. So that's pretty much what has happened. But it just,
in the United States, we have a lovely little thing called HIPAA. So
sometimes I hate that.
So with the HIPAA laws, it's basically a confidentiality thing. She can't, unless I give the doctors permission to tell her what's going on with me. They can't tell her, even though she's my wife, they can't tell her that my brain is falling out of my eardrums
Even though I see it.
Even though she sees it, but they can't tell her that.
Mhm.
So with her job, the client, another caregiver can't tell another caregiver, well, yeah, this particular,
Yeah, it's secret. It is secret. You're not allowed
It's
to share
confidential.
things. But I used to be a carer and stuff as well, so I know what that's like. And
Mhm. It's just a privacy.
my opinion on like, if you're going to start your channel out, like, be you, be real, believe in yourselves, and just enjoy what you do. Don't try too hard. Just take it naturally and
Yeah,
be spontaneous. If you're going to
you gotta
start
have
out
fun
a
with it.
business that you do online like these guys, then make sure that you enjoy it when you do it, and make sure you interact with the people and just appreciate what you've got, because
Mhm.
there is a lot out there that don't. And when things do get difficult and get tough, don't just be so quick to give up. Keep
Yeah.
moving on, because things do get better.
Mhm.
I
It
mean,
does.
if you go back and watch a lot of our old videos, I mean, we're both sitting there right beside each other and stuff like that. Yeah, I may look like I'm leaning forward a little more. That's because I'm the extrovert, she's the introvert.
Mhm.
In the past couple of weeks, obviously, she's become a little bit of an extrovert because she's getting out. She wouldn't have been doing the sales and stuff when we first
No.
started, because she was so much of an introvert that
I prefer to hide behind the
She-
screen.
She's a very private and a very sort of shy person, but she is coming out of her show, and I think I think what she's doing online is making her more confident as well, and it's making her feel more comfortable in herself and what she does, which is really
Yeah.
good as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Yeah,
Both
when I
of them,
first.
to be honest, but
Mhm.
Chad's always been more better at being on the camera than what Linda is, and Linda's not very good at speaking out. She gets a bit nervous, but she's been doing really, really well.
I mean,
Really
if you
good.
look at some of our older videos, when we sit there and we do an introduction, I'm the one usually doing the introduction. Well, now
Yes.
Linda's able to sit there and get out there and do. I mean, yeah, we use StreamYards while we're out, so we can do, because
Live.
we're not at the 1,000 where you can sit there and do the
Mhm.
lives on your phones and stuff.
You will get there, though, guys.
Yep.
You will get there, because you're a very good channel. It does take time, but
Mhm.
you will.
I do believe we will get there, but no, I wouldn't start. Sorry. I wouldn't start a video or end a video or even hold the camcorder. I would put the battery in it and hand it right to him and be done. That's it.
Yeah.
But now,
well, now she's more confident.
I took the kids out a few days back, and we went down to Patapsco State Park, and we absolutely loved the park. So I did. I videoed it. I pre-recorded it, because when we went last time and we did a live, it only allowed us to do half of the park.
Yeah.
And then the reception got lost going up into the hill. So, it's pretty
So
fun.
they were the questions. Can you tell the guys, like, the platforms that they can get you on? Then we'll go on to showing some of your merches and your shop stuff.
Yep. You can get us on Facebook under Smith Family Paranormal Investigations. That's our Facebook company site. You can get us on, obviously, the www.smithfamparanormal.com. That's our website / merch site. I'm going to be posting older try to post older videos up into there. So and then it'll link us to our YouTube channel. So you can get us on Facebook, Twitter, which is at Smith Fam Paranormal. You can get us on. I haven't set it up in Instagram, but I probably will at some point. But we're not going out and taking pictures, so I'm not not that type of person going Insta.
Yeah.
A friend of mine told me I should start putting it up on the lovely
TikTok.
So I may start a Smith Family Paranormal TikTok, which will be kind of little short videos.
Yeah,
With
that
probably
sounds good.
with the Ghostbusters soundtrack in the background or something. But
Yeah,
That would be fun.
so
sounds really
that's
good.
our merch site, Facebook, and you can reach us on either Linda or Chad under Facebook too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get us on Smith Paranormal or Smith Family Paranormal Investigations on Facebook, you can hit message and it'll come to me, and then I just run it off to her and say, "Hey, this Sam said something," and our email is smithfamparanormal@gmail.com. So that's pretty much where you can reach us all at.
So
And
yeah,
now-
they are the platforms that you
And
can
now we have a
come.
toll-free number too.
Pardon?
We have a toll-free number too.
Yes.
My shop number.
It's part of our shop. So
Yes. So they are the platforms that you can go and support these amazing guys, and please do, because they are amazing investigators and they are really good at doing the stuff in their shop. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to turn to the even more exciting stuff, and we're going to let these guys share with you some of the stuff that they make in their merch side and in their shop side, so that you guys can get a bit of an idea about what they do. And they are open to taking offers on products and stuff like that. Guys, just go over to the website that has been put in the room. Till midnight tonight, if you spend over $50, you can get free shipping. So make the most of it, guys. So over to you and Chad for that guys. Just to show them some stuff from your shops and stuff like that, some crystals. Explain to them a bit about that, and then I'll do your little video at the end, and then bring Dakota up.
Good.
Right. So with the website, if you spend $50 or more, use New Year in the coupon code, and it'll ask for a coupon code. And it's up until midnight tonight, because tomorrow we start a new coupon. And this is one of the things that you can find on the site. It is a Bluetooth speaker. It is very loud. I didn't realize it was already connected. I connected it to my phone, but I didn't realize that I left it on and it was still connecting. And I was like, but it is very loud.
It is.
What I thought was that the aux cable was a reset.
So it's fine.
But so if you're using your spirit box or your necrophonics or whatever off your phone or a tablet or whatever you're utilizing, this right here, $20. I mean, it is very nicely made. This was one of the samples that we got from using our shop. It comes with a little cannabis, so you can hook it to your shirt, your belt, your bag, or whatever you're utilizing when you're going. I'm going to try to turn this off without making a whole hell of a lot of noise.
They've got some really, really cool stuff, guys, and you are really going to enjoy seeing the stuff. They do put a lot of work into what they do. Clothing, everything.
Again, as we start showing, if there's anything you would like to see, buy, we do make personalized items. You can catch me every Tuesday and Friday. Sherry will be with me on screen helping me. And you can either purchase it then, or you can go ahead and you want to put our PayPal up in this chat, and then they can do it that way as well. And it'll make it easier for you.
I forgot that.
That's fine. He's going to put it in there. So what I'm going, I don't know if you want to switch because I got a lot to show. I'm going to let him type and then we'll switch and you can take the keyboard with him.
Yeah, if you are wanting to buy any of the items, guys, you do need to make the payment to the PayPal. And when you go over to the website, please make sure you leave your address on the message part of the site so that they can send your products out to you. And until 12 o'clock tonight, you can get free shipping for over $50. put in the code New Year in. Okay, guys?
Okay.
I'm going to mute, guys, so that you can talk away, make this your bit. So I'm going to just mute. I am here. I'll just jump in every now and again, but you do your thing.
Okay. So I have been working with resin recently, and I have been...
Can you please put them onto a bigger, like, don't do it so that I'm off the screen, but make it so that they're bigger than what I am, so that they're a bit more out here. No,
Other way.
the other way. Just do it to them. That's it.
There we go.
Thank you.
So I have been working with resin recently and learning a lot about it. Its ins and outs, its ups and downs, you know, the artwork of it is absolutely gorgeous. So this is one of the coasters that I have made. Resin coasters that we make. Each one set has a stand to go with it. This one does not, because I have yet to make it. But they are, this one is a two-tone. You see the clear, and then you see the pink underneath. They do have actual crystals in there. So these little pebble-looking things, they are actual crystals. I do use some in my artwork. So I do make these on screen. There has been times where I do make stuff, but my resin coasters are $11. This was actually bought by Miss Cynthia, which we do make multiples of. This was a really cool thing that my daughter actually made. So it turned out really, really well.
I really love them.
This reminds me of that woodwork that you would get with the clear resin coming through.
Yeah, it's pretty, nice. Isn't it? It's really, really nice. Like a marbly effect, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's really good. These are also $11. We do make multiples of. I also have this guy. So it is pink and purple all the way around. This set will come with 2 more and a holder, so it will lay flat down. This is the silicone mold that I would make it in, so it would literally just sit right inside of it when it comes out. But these are the 2 that I started with. I do normally start with maybe 1 or 2 different patterns, and then kind of match them up as they do fit. If they fit to one another, then that's great. But if they don't, then I don't worry about it, because I don't throw them away. If they're going to harden perfectly, I'll just hold it off to the side until I find that perfect match to go with it.
Yeah. And it's really beautiful stuff that they make as well. It's unique. It's not like anything I've seen before. It's really, really cool.
Yeah. So this is something new that I started. I found this mold maybe a week or so back, and I have had it for a while, but it's one of those, I was too scared to do this big of a piece. But we also make checker and chess sets, and these guys are $25 a piece. You can custom each square however color you want it. If you would like to have your logo in the middle, you can have that as well. But it is only $25 to get it done. Well, I'm glad that you said that, because I can actually make these as we speak. I am making one for Miss Cynthia, Cindy. She wants one with green and black, which is going to look awesome. So if you would like to have one made, you can easily go into the PayPal and go ahead. Let's see. I'm going to send it through one more time, and then it doesn't matter too much. Well, I mean, if it's a design or the texture feel, that can happen as well. You just, any details that you would like, it can happen. So if that is something you would like, on the bright side, at least I win at chess now. That's true.
There you go then. So if you hit that PayPal and also hit the website link that's in the room, you can actually go over and do what Linda said. She'll make it to whatever taste you want. Whatever you want. If you want crystals in it, you want symbols, whatever, just say to her what you want. She will do it for you.
Yep,
And
press
it'll be
flowers.
done
So we will make boards to whatever. If you have a favorite football team and you want those colors, we can do that. Or your child's team, or just a Father's Day thing, whatever it is. If that is what you want for your chess or checkerboard, let us know. Just go in the message where the details go and just give us your specifics of what you want. Nope, wrong way. Okay, so this is another resin set that I actually have. This mold was actually a ice tray mold, which was pretty cool that I was able to create something with that. And it does come with a set of earrings as well. This set is $20. What does that do? So you will get the earrings and the necklace.
Some beautiful stuff. Some beautiful stuff.
And then I also have it. This has the green in it for St. Patrick's Day.
Is that a bracelet?
It's the necklace.
Oh, right. It looked like a bracelet from there. I was going to say it's really pretty.
Yeah. And then it also comes with the earrings as well.
So cute.
I love it. And both sets are $20 each. Now, I did experience, or experiment, I should say, with different Jello molds. I've been looking at, it doesn't have to be specific for resin. You can use any type of mold as long as it's silicone. It will work. I have been playing around with different ones. Some do work, some don't work. It happens. So this is for the gamers out there. My son took off with the other controller, so I have to make another one. But this is also a keychain. All I do is I drill a hole in the corner here with my handy little drill, and then I put a ring through the corner of it, and then in order to make it seal, I just turn that connection on the inside so it is not going to come apart. Nothing is going to fall apart. And then you have this cute little resin keychain to go wherever you want it to go. So we have it in different colors. And the resin keychains, all of them are $10 a piece.
Definitely cute.
So this is one of my favorites. I really like this one, the little mermaid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got a thing about mermaids. They're so cute.
And somewhere I have the seashell. Right here. Found it. So all of the resin keychains, again, are $10. If there's anything you would like while we are here, you can go ahead and go into the PayPal and let us know. We will get in there. This is the seashell. I really like this one because it has the gold pearl in the middle, and it just makes it pop altogether. And the little details that are in there are really, really great. Again, these are just Jello molds. They're really simple. They were like maybe $2.50 at the store. So it really wasn't that bad, but it's very, very good to have.
It is amazing that you'll go into a shop to buy it for a specific thing and it can actually be made into many different things. Some of them really pretty little things, you know what I mean? You wouldn't even think of doing.
That is so true. So these are supposed to be luggage tags or bag tags or whatever you wanted to use, but I thought they would have been really cute just to hang around the house. I mean, it has a little key on it. There we go. So it's really cute. And if you wanted to, you can write something on the back. Use a permanent marker. It will stay. So we have those. Ooh, I almost dropped it. In pink. And then in the green. So they are really cute.
They are, and they could be used for loads of things. Somebody mentioned something earlier about using them on, like, when you're going away on holiday, using them as, like, for your name tag thing. That'd be a really awesome idea.
Yes, Thinking did.
It was our lovely Angel that suggested it, and that's a really good idea.
That it is. So these are 2 flex earrings that I made. They are $8 a piece. And all of this stuff is always handmade. Always, I cut all these by hand and put them together by hand. So it is well worth it. And it is all nickel free. With it being nickel free, there will be no allergies. I am allergic to nickel. That's why I barely wear any jewelry.
Friendly to your skin.
Yes. So it is very important to us, as it is to everyone else, to definitely not break you out. So just different little things. Again, this is a regular keychain. And these are $8. And here's our logo. Which is kind of one of my favorite. It has vinyl on the front and back.
Yeah, that's really cool. 2 of those. That's really cool.
This is also the heat transfer. Right now it's warm in here, so it is pink. But when it is cold, it is this beautiful, beautiful purple. Just like
they are really pretty when they go, guys. I've seen them.
Just like this. So it is really pretty. So I think that is it. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot one. So this is the newest little mold that we got, our little dream catcher.
Yeah, no, I love them. They are absolutely stunning, guys. They're completely different as well because they're made of a different material. Normally you'd see like them made by string or things like that. You know what I mean? This is but made by different plastics and resins and different things. You know what I mean? So,
and with these, I can actually put your favorite crystals for protection or sleeping or, intense or whatever it is in there. I do not put my power of any sort into any of the crystals that I am tending to sell. That way they are clear and free for whoever gets them to do whatever they want with. It's just, how I work with them. I don't believe in putting my intentions into them. It doesn't work well for the buyer. So if you would like to have your crystals in here, just let me know which ones, and I can put them in the middle there. That is a pretty big hole, and it will let me put that in there. But these are pretty cute, and they are $12 a piece. So it will work very, very well.
They are so pretty, guys. Look at them. And yeah, like she said, she doesn't put. Obviously, if it was me doing something like this, I would put my intention because I know how to do all of that and I know how to do it so it don't go wrong. And
yeah, and since I am still learning,
but she's still learning, so she doesn't do that.
Right. I know. Just it's very disrespectful to do something you do not know. So if you do wind up doing that, and you don't know what you're doing, more than likely it will turn out wrong, even if you don't mean it to and you think you're doing it right.
Yeah, you do have to be careful in that, and I understand and agree with you 100% there. Mm-hmm. But you will still get the protection or whatever you're wanting from those crystals, because those crystals represent those things. So when you're putting that intention into them, they will work for you. Okay, mm-hmm. So you've got no worry there. It's not done by Linda physically. The intentions, that's going to be done by you.
Yeah.
So do you want to show any of your crystals off quickly, sis? Like, we've got like 6 minutes to show the crystals off. Then I'm going to show your video quickly, and we'll have a quick discussion about that. Then I'm going to bring Dakota up to do what he needed to do at the end.
Okay. 1 sec.
They do sell. They do have some amazing crystals, and they do these amazing giveaways on their channel where you get some beautiful crystals and lots of different spiritual stuff. They really do put themselves out there the right way, and they are amazing people, guys. Like, please support them as much as you can.
So tomorrow at 6 p.m. U.S. time, we will be having our unboxing and giveaway. We are going to be doing it a little different this time. And then starting Monday, I should say, we will be selling some crystals. I do have cages for crystals, small, medium, tiny. You got the little itty bitty one down here, and then you got the medium,
and large.
Yeah. So we do those as well. We do them with any crystals that you want. If you have your favorite or whatever, then that's fine. Okay.
We did actually do that today. They've done that for our lovely sister Phonics that's in the room. They got a moonstone with a little cage for her to have it in. So she's looking forward to that.
Here's our cage. And then we will go to the store tomorrow if I do not have it here already in our bunch, because trust me, we have more than enough than we need. This is air chakra crystal, which is really
that's beautiful.
Pretty.
That is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So again, over the next week or so, we will have. We're gonna need Tiffany. We will have more crystals to come, upload, stuff like that, and then go from there. So we do have this guy right here. Trying to see. It says this is a ruby for courage, passion, and love. Courage, which is really pretty. We have all these guys. We have a bunch of them. So if there's anyone that you guys see that you would like, this is amber. Trying to go over here. Definitely has
that one, amber. Yeah, beautiful.
Very good.
Some very powerful crystals as well, guys.
So, as you see, we have many,
Loads.
many crystals. And this is just one container.
And they're all in different sizes as well. They're not all that small. There are some really big ones that they've got as well that they get.
Like you
And
got
like I said, they do some amazing giveaways, guys. And in the giveaways, they're even amazing as well. Like they'll give you really good bits of crystal and their boxes. But apart from the little couple of bits I put in there because I wanted, was going to show what I had. But that could be done in another show. But their boxes are chock a block, guys. Like fill up with stuff, and so even at getting them, you're being treated.
So, let's see this one real quick, and then we will move on. So this is our other box. As you see, we have tons.
Yeah.
This little tile here is something that we picked up on our walk.
And as I said, if there is any crystals that you want and they haven't got it, they will go and look because they do go to crystal shops and stuff.
We do have just about everything. I will put the list, the picture of each one and the meaning. Because wherever we go, we always try to get a little paper for a little education, and then I Google it from there. If I don't know it, or if I do know it, I need a refreshment, stuff like that. So. And then we found this. It's not doing its thing like it did the other day.
Beautiful. Yeah, it does glitter. Twinkles and that.
Yeah. So this is something that the girls picked up, and it's a rock. Yes, we know. But the thing that we found interesting with it is that it had something in it that wasn't the usual rock, let's say.
Yeah.
I can't find the other one. So, no, that's not it.
But a lot of the rocks that you pick up are the crystals that you have in your hand. It's just where they've been buffed down and they've been polished, or they've been left raw but made smaller. Like, they're beautiful.
And this is the raw form.
Yeah.
So this is the manufacturer form.
Manufacturer and then the raw. Yeah, it's the same thing and just as powerful as each other. It's just they like to make some of them look prettier.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. But I think even the raw ones are pretty. The ones that you find yourself and that's just beautiful.
So I will be uploading these. We do have a ring. I have one, the hematite ring. So that works well. And then we have this big guy.
Yeah. So they have all sorts sizes of crystals and stuff. And like I said, if there is one that you're interested in, they ain't got it. Most of them they've got at the minute. But if you did need any, they can get them.
We're going tomorrow and picking up moonstone for somebody.
For some reason, I think we have it. To be honest, I really do. But again, I have to go through all of this and 2 more tubs.
There is a lot, guys. Believe me, they are equipped well and truly when it comes to their shop and everything else. What I'm also going to do, because obviously they've been showing that and stuff, what I would like to actually do now is show a little video that Dakota made for me because I asked for it to be done. Because my lovely Tiffany Smith over there done some pictures when she was out on a little family outing, and whilst she'd done that, we found it very beautiful seeing the pictures the way they are, but we started seeing some very strange and peculiar things in them as well. So we thought we're going to share that little video with you so that you can see, guys.
And this is Tiffany's very first time with an actual professional camera. So she did amazing work.
She did. And I was very, very impressed. Right, so here we go. Is it up onto the StreamYard bit?
Nope.
Can somebody add it in, please, guys, so I can just play it?
Yep, something was there.
Something was there.
Yeah.
There we go. Awesome, guys. Thank you. And this is the video. Let me turn it up so you can hear it. Some really strange things there, guys.
Mhm.
There's some beautiful catches. Stunning.
Yeah, she definitely does. We are planning on going back.
Some very peculiar faces. Some of the pictures, the way that they've been done, is absolutely beautiful. And that you've got the figure there in the trees. There's another figure here, as you can see. Then you've got a beautiful rockery sort of shape. And then you've got these beautiful pictures and bits. We've got some really strange apparitions. That one really got us, that one.
It really did.
Little fairies. We believe they are fairies. We can see the
Yeah.
little wings and stuff. That absolutely amazing. And then we've seen some that look like alien. Like this one here looks like an alien.
Yeah.
And here.
You see the faces
And in this one, like that's mixed, I think. There's like
yeah.
a few of different like spirits and ETs. That's what, to me, an amazing marking, which I believe is tribal and
Indian. Yep.
Indian, yeah. Some more very strange shapes and faces. She done that one's amazing.
Yeah, I like that one.
She's done some beautiful pictures, but she's found some hidden secrets in it as well. And me and Linda really enjoyed going over this video and looking at it. And a big thank you to Tiffany for bringing some beautiful pictures, and thank you to Dakota for making the video.
Thank you, Dakota. It looks really nice. I loved it.
Thank you very much. That's to the lads. So you can bring that down now, guys, if you want. So, guys, obviously, you've had our lovely Chad and Linda for their interview, and our lovely Tiffany in the background that you've just seen the amazing video of the pictures she got. So I just want to say a big thank you to Chad and Linda for coming up and joining me tonight and for talking to me and showing us some of your really awesome stuff. And thank you to Tiffany for the awesome pictures, and keep your chin up, sweetheart. And to all of you angels in the room, thank you so much for coming and supporting Chad and Linda. You know the platforms and stuff to support them on. They have told you that there are links in the room to be able to go to their website and to be able to shop. You've got till midnight tonight to spend over $50. Put in the code New Year and you can get free shipping, guys. Make the most of that. A big thank you to all of you. Thank you again, Chad and Linda. I love you so much. You're always going to be my A team. And thank you for coming up here. And is there anything you'd like to say to you guys before we bring Dakota up?
Any of the pictures that you have seen is in our shop and is on canvases for your own purchases.
Yeah.
And since she's made them and created them, she will get the funds from them. So
yeah, and they will be going to help her in some big ways, guys. All of the help is very much appreciated.
Yeah.
So now we're going to be moving on to a topic that is not very good for any of us in this world at the minute. And there's some not nice things happening to a lot of people. And I'm going to bring lovely Dakota up to present with that, because we think this needs to be put out. Hello, Dakota.
Hello, everyone. Awesome show tonight, I will say.
Thank you.
Oh, Tiffany didn't have to run away. I was going to say hi, but oh well.
Yeah. Come here. She didn't go far. Come here, say hi.
Hello. Oh, and I do have some context that might be very interested in your photos, so I have been inviting some of my Hollywood contacts to watch the shows, everyone, so we might start getting some more exposure for everyone.
Nice.
Yes, so keep doing your work, babe.
Absolutely.
Try to start off this little discussion on a good note.
Yes.
Let's face it, unless you've somehow been brain dead under a rock these last couple of days, you know, there's a pretty nasty situation. Oh yeah, Chad, that seems like you every day. Obviously, there's a pretty nasty situation going on in Europe right now with the Russia-Ukraine crisis. What can we really say about it? It's truly diabolical what is going on over there. Thankfully, the Ukraine's forces are putting up a better fight than what Russia was expecting. But however, Putin is a very stubborn man, a very selfish, greedy man who will not give up easily. And right now, a lot of our military contacts, especially ones that started coming to us through the UFO connections, are very worried that the situation is about to get a lot worse in a matter of days. So we do plan on putting out some merch to try to help raise funds for not only military forces over there, but for civilians who are going to have to rebuild from nothing, rebuild from rubble for the way it's going right now.
It's terrible, guys. It is.
Yeah. That's a nice little message from our friends at Parapost Network.
Thank you. Big shout out to you guys. Please go and support them, guys. They are awesome.
I know I feel like I probably should have prepared a speech, but there's not much that one can really say about everything that's going on right now. And right now, because of political leaders in our own countries here in the US and the UK and all up with pretty much just about every NATO country right now, we are about to face some really dark days.
Yep.
Yes, we try to, have a light mood when we do about these shows, maybe teach you a little something when it comes to the supernatural, but let's face it, when stuff like this happens in the world, it affects us all. You see the effects ripple within the supernatural. So this is just a reminder, be kind to one another. Simple as that. I know my co-host, the original plan was to try to get as many members that we have in the network now on here, but of course my co-host has to leave me to do all the work. But he will probably be doing some more comments tomorrow, and we'll try to get some merch out so that way we can try to contribute to the funds, because we got to do something.
There needs to be support around the world at the minute, guys. There's going to be many innocent people that are going to be hit in a very hard way, and a lot of them already are. And it's at times like this, if we can come together as a community, we can come together for our world, and it's really important.
It is very important to support one another, especially.
I got away with words. I kind of know how it kind of just splats out.
Well, all it takes is 1% to really make a change in the world, and that does reflect on so many different levels that we can go into more on the UFO side of things. But honestly, do share what you do have. I know I haven't really had a chance to meet any of you in person, but honestly, had it not been for you guys, this program as a whole would not be going as far as it has. So do try to make every day count.
Exactly.
Whether friends here, your kids, your loved ones. The aliens aren't going to come bust us out of this one.
No, cherish what you've got. Cherish what you've got, and just try to make the most of it, guys, because it's a difficult world at the minute, and it don't look like it's going to get any better. So we do need to start standing together as communities and as people of this world, and try to bring some good out of this horrible situation.
Exactly. Look, Jen,
and
Linda,
a lot of love out to the people that are actually being attacked at the moment. Love to your country, and we are praying for you.
What do you think about doing some kind of fundraiser show? Well, actually, I'd be down for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah,
I know she was talking about possibly selling this, but if you go onto Smith ONR Facebook, we'll do this. We'll auction this one off,
And the funds will go towards
and the
it.
funds, whatever funds we get collected in, we're gonna start the bidding on this for $25. So if you go on our Facebook and just start commenting, 25 go to every. As soon as it gets up to 50, start going $10 increments. So
Let's see how high.
I don't
we
really
can
have
go.
anything to sell or anything like that, but when I'm paid, I will put some money into the funding as well, guys. So I do believe that this is important.
if anybody's seen this, they know the retail on this is pretty high.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Definitely.
this came out of one of our $100 mystery boxes. So
Thank you, Chad. That's very appreciated.
I mean,
And it's going to a good cause, guys, and I think we all should come together and try to help, even if it's only a pound or $1 or a couple of dollars. Anything is going to help. You know that we're all going to get affected by this, guys. So
I mean, this is a 2-pound crystal.
it's beautiful, and that's going to be donated,
So
guys.
We'll post a picture of it on our Facebook.
And I will monitor it tonight.
And we'll throw it on Bald and Bonkers.
And if people are thinking about starting up a fundraiser, there will be a way, I'm sure, that you guys can donate things or donate money, whatever you want to do to try and
so
help.
we can do a fundraiser show if you guys want.
Mm-hmm.
And I can make merch for that and all the procedures for that one show.
Try and do some card readings. I know it's nuts, but I could do some card
can
readings.
put towards
Whatever
that.
money I make from the card readings, I give over as well.
So there is ways that we can do this. We just need to pull together.
We need to pull together. It's time for us to stand up as a community and as a world and show that it's not okay to be pushed down and put under people's feet. We're all human beings and we all deserve to be able to live in a civilized world. And you know, at times like this, it really does show who really cares and who doesn't. And we do care. So
yeah, Brian, we'll definitely reach out to you to organize that, because we should really do something. Because many of us who probably would want to help, but for some reason or another can't. Because I already know there's talk of potential drafts getting ready to start up.
Yeah.
Well,
sis, if you're up for it, we can do it Wednesday during the day, and I will add an extra show. If you want to do
that, and then I could do my card readings.
We could do it all together if you want.
We could do this. We could do the card readings and do the stuff together if you want. Do it together. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. We will talk after the show and get the times together, and I will make a poster and post it out.
Maybe would it be? But we'll have a little short talk on here, but maybe have a talk maybe tomorrow, because I've got.
That's fine. That's fine.
An appointment tomorrow, so I can't be up too late. I've got to be up at 8 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we are going to definitely do this. So me and Sis will get together and talk, and then we're going to have a show. It'll be Wednesday, as you said, wasn't it? Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday. So yeah, Wednesday, card readings and
merch. And I will make tons of stuff, and we will be ready, and whatever we sell will be put aside and will be sent over.
Yes.
That's good. So, like we said, unless there's anybody else that wants to chip in, like we said, share love, share a smile. That's kind of the whole reason why we tend to act like idiots on these programs, you know.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody in the paranormal who's mentally sane, so might as well do something to help each other out.
Gotta hold each other up, right?
We do clown around and have a laugh at that, but when it comes to being really serious and showing something really important, we do that as well, guys. So
exactly.
Thinking that would be great. Thinking said I would like to donate a gift to sell.
Okay.
If you want,
try and sort something out to sort that out. Yes.
Yep.
All right.
He's one of my really good fans, so he's trusted.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he seems
so
like a good
just look out for us on Wednesday. Look out all the way through, guys. And obviously any fundraisers and anything that comes from Parapost and the guys and us, like, just like try to help as much as you can, even being there and showing support, but through a nice message or something as well, because believe me, there probably is people that need to see these messages as well at the minute, and the love, you know what I mean? So
I have a suggestion. I can put my PO box address in the chat, and if anybody would like to donate anything to put towards our fundraiser for Wednesdays, they can go ahead and send it to the PO box.
there you go, a PO box, and then that could be all sent forward for the. Yep, that's brilliant. Yep. So anyone that wants to do that, go to Chad and Linda's PO box.
Yeah, we'll just wait for her to post that up so that
Dakota?
way No, I was just gonna wait for Linda to go ahead and put that up so that way we can make sure it's shown in the video and it goes out to all the replays as well.
Yes, definitely. So this will be what you can go to if you're wanting to donate any items. And it don't even have to be anything snazzy. That it could even be a bit of clothing. You know, people are not going to have clothing. They're not going to have anything. They're going to need things. You know what I mean? Kids, stuff like that. So anything, guys. Even food. I know it might sound stupid, but cans of food, things like that, things that they're not going to have at the minute.
Yeah.
Go a long way.
There's their PO box right there. I would love to see a lot more groups do this. It doesn't even matter if we're all agreeing right now. I think right now we can justify the fact that right now the things that we're probably butting heads about, that doesn't matter compared to what people in Ukraine are dealing with right now.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
really, really
That's
small.
nothing compared to what they're going through. So this is really important, guys. And we do appreciate you. Take note of that PO box. Like I said, clothing, tinned food, even packs of rice, anything can help, guys.
And so let us know. Send it over. I do check the PO box once a week, maybe twice a week if I get a notification, and I will go from there. So, and then after the show, I will be putting this up immediately, and I will send it over as well. That way we can get it up and running. And I'll
be donating. I will be donating some money when I get some money as well. So that's going to be going in there as well, and card readings. So,
Yep.
All right. So unless anybody else has anything to chip in, we'll go. I guess we'll go ahead and end this now.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining us. Lots of love and light. Stay safe, guys, and please pray for the Ukraine people. And we will see you all very soon. Blessed be.
All right.